$15,000 to cover your down payment and your closing cost if you're a first-time home buyer. So this is phenomenal. So let's say that you want to buy a $200,000 home. You can use this to cover your down payment. Let's say your down payment $7,000. That will cover the $7,000 for the down payment and up to another $8,000 for all of your closing costs. So you can literally buy a home with no money down, no money to closing. You can buy a brand new home, you can buy an existing home, you can even buy a foreclosure or have a new house built by one of our approved builders. So it's a really phenomenal opportunity because, hey, you know what? It's free money, it's through the government. And so I'm going to explain the requirements and the details of it so you can clearly understand. But if you're thinking about buying a home and you're renting, this is a no-brainer, okay? If you're not stimulated and motivated to get $15,000 in government money to buy a house, then you're probably not alive. I don't know what else to say. I mean, if you're still thinking about renting, and you don't know what to do, then I don't know how else to motivate you. But $15,000 from the government to cover your down payment and your closing costs. So what I'm telling you guys is, I know your bank told you needed 20% down or 10% down to buy a house. I'm telling you, you don't need to do that. You can buy this house with zero down if you qualify for the program. You meet that. There's some eligibility requirements. We're going to discuss those, but it's a no-brainer. Or you don't have a brain. It's one or the other. I don't know what to say. So now this isn't for everybody because there are requirements for it. So it's a legitimate program. It's not a scam. It's not a hoax. It's real, but you have to qualify for it, and a lot of people do qualify for it. So first off, the money does come from the government, the state. It comes from the state level. So if you're in Florida or Texas or wherever, the funds are coming from them. It's not coming from me. It's not coming from the producer. It's coming from, the state. And it's $15,000. Now, it has a 0% interest. So you're not paying any interest on this money that they're giving you, that the state is giving you. So 0%, and it's forgiven after 5 years, okay? So let's just think about this. So you go buy a house for $200,000. You get $15,000 to go live in the house to cover your down payment and your closing costs. And the deal is that every year that you live in the home, $3,000 per year is forgiven. So in 5 years, $15,000 total is forgiven, and this money has 0% interest on it. All right, so if you sell the home before 5 years, after year one, that means that $3,000 has been forgiven, so you still owe the state $12,000. So if you decide to sell the house for whatever reason, then you have to pay back the $12,000 of the money that you've taken. Now in year two, that means $6,000 has been forgiven, and so now you owe the state $9,000. And if you decide to sell or refinance, then you have to pay that back. But in the fifth year, the whole $15,000 is forgiven, and you owe nothing, right? And keep in mind, all this time there's no interest on this. So it does require that you're a first-time home buyer, and the definition of a first-time home buyer is someone that hasn't owned a home in the last 3 years. Not if you owned a house 20 years ago or 10 years ago. If you haven't owned a home in the last 3 years, you're a first-time home buyer, and you're eligible. Also, you have to have a 640 credit score or higher. If you don't have a 640, I can help you get to a 640. If you have a 580, 550, 600, do not worry about that. Don't freak out. I talk to people every day. They say, oh, Angelo, I'm not ready to apply. My credit's not ready. I'm at a 610. I'm like, man, stop thinking like that. I can get you to a 640 in a heartbeat, okay? If you're at a 580, a 570, I can help get your score up because it's all about what your score is when you go to closing, not when you apply for the loan. So you got to get this brainwashing out of your head that you think that you need all these things that you don't need. I was talking to someone else earlier today, and they want to put off buying a house for a year because their credit score is 20 points away. I'm like, my God, man, open your eyes, okay? You can easily fix your credit to get you qualified so you can buy a house. You don't need to spend another 20 grand on rent. It doesn't make any sense. So the other thing is your income. There is an income requirement. Your income typically depends on where you live in the country. It normally has to be below $100,000 a year because the government's like, well, if you're making too much money, why do you need the assistance? You should be able to put money down for a house. So if you're a rich guy, you're probably not going to qualify for zero down. We have some programs with 1% down and 2% down and 3% down. that you can probably qualify for, that we can help you out with. But usually if your income's 70, 80, 60,000 a year, you can probably qualify for the assistance. The other thing is that your income, your debt to credit ratio, has to be below 45%. This is something that we calculate internally, or you could calculate yourself too, but it has to be below 45%. And also, no bankruptcy or foreclosure in the last 3 years. If you had a bankruptcy or foreclosure in the last 3 years, you probably are not going to be eligible. But these are the main requirements. I think a lot of people meet these basic requirements to be able to apply for a house, especially on a nationwide level. So listen, if you're looking to buy a house and your excuse has been, I don't have money, or I don't know what to do, I don't know what the first step is to give me a call, and I'll get you pre-approved. We'll get you a pre-approval letter, and then connect you with a realtor to go out there and start looking for a house to buy or build. And if your credit's not there, I can help you to get your credit there. And now there's no excuse that you don't have the money. We have the money for you to cover your down payment and your closing costs so you can buy the home. So don't sit on the fence. Don't suck your thumb. Give me a call. We want to help you to buy a house. My number is 832-431-6331. We offer the house and the real estate package. I get you the money. I get you pre-approved. I put you in touch with one of my great realtors to help you to find the house. It's an all-in-one package to help you get what you deserve in your life, which is to own a home. So give me a call, 832-431-6331. This is Angelo Christian with another great edition of Real Estate Insider. We'll see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.